right, guys. What's up? I'm BJ. We got Baby Huff, Krystal. Uh, Somehow during the process of this, we got Krystal's picture cut off of the beginning credits. But anyways, we'll roll with it. So it is what it is. I don't know what is going on with this screen. Hopefully it ain't showing up like that. But anyways, see, Krystal, what you got?
Well, season 3 of Black Butler has been confirmed for next year.
Woohoo! For those of us like myself who is ignorant, what is that?
It's an anime that is, how to describe it? It's about this character who's like a young man and he has a butler, but the butler is a demon that he has basically signed a contract with. So it's basically about like the butler like protecting this kid and taking care of him and stuff like that. But it goes on, and a lot of different things happen in the anime. And it has a really, really crappy ending, in my opinion. It could have been better.
I feel your pain on that.
I don't really know that it needed a season 3, but I do like the actors a lot, and I do like the animation, and I do like the anime itself. So I'm willing to give it a chance and watch season 3. But there's.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's just my opinion on that.
I am paying attention, folks. I'm sorry. I'm on here trying to put our stuff up on our Facebook page. But you talking about crappy endings. Crap. I can't believe I just forgot the game that's coming out. Andromeda. Ethan.
Yeah.
What's the Andromeda game coming out?
What?
I done forgot. I can't even. Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out, and
Hey!
I don't know if you ever. Yeah, he's over here. He's got the headset on. I got to yell at him. I mean, it's sad. My teenage son and me sit in the same room all day, but if I want to talk to him, I have to put on the headset and get in this party. But anyways, the first Mass Effect was a trilogy, and so many people complained about the ending that they actually made a patch and changed it, because you went through 3 games, 3 standalone buy the disc games. And at the end of the last game, you find out that everything you had done was the dream of one kid that was about to die. Yeah. And so many people bitched and, they griped. And it ended up, they gave multiple endings to it. But anyways, Andromeda's coming out, and that's what made me think of when you said crappy ending. And I'm rattling on, so somebody else pick up.
Well,
what you got, Huff? I know you watch wrestling. What do you think about the whole Kevin Owens screaming at the 7-year-old?
I didn't even know that happened, but
yeah, he ended up. He's a heel, so heels go through and yell at the crowd. Well, he ended up like just ripping this kid apart because he had a Roman Reigns shirt on. Told him like, "Don't buy my stuff. Don't watch me. Don't do this." And then at the end, yelled at him, "I am your father." And walked away, and the mother like went off on a rant. My kid was crying, hates wrestling now because of it.
I didn't hear about this.
I
don't know. Some people take that stuff like way too serious, and they need to be slapped in the face when that happens.
I don't know about that, because this is my problem, and what you just said led perfectly into it. I was reading all these chats because I follow a few wrestling rumor websites and stuff. And they was like, well, if this was the 70s or the 80s, that kid would just have to grow a set. If this was the 70s or the 80s, yes. But if this was the 70s and the 80s, he would have been getting his butt whooped on the way out of the arena, too. But now they're surrounded by security so they can say what they want, and there is no repercussions. That's another difference that nobody touches on. Back in the day, if Ric Flair walked up to somebody and run his mouth like that, after the show, they was liable to be outside the arena with a baseball bat. Yeah. Wrestlers today don't have to worry about that, and especially with him having an autistic son, and he just had a spat with somebody talking about his kid. How can you gripe about somebody talking about your son and then turn around and do something like that to a 7-year-old?
True.
I would say
I see both.
Oh, I do too. I mean, the kid turned around and smiled. The mother was the one who was livid, and
That's what
that
I'm
would be my
saying.
wife.
The mom, it was just being
A mother.
well,
She
that, but she's
she saw her kid crying and reacted, which is what a mother does. I
yeah.
mean, which is what a good mother does. I mean, my son or daughter comes home mad at school. They could be the ones in the wrong. I may still get mad along with them. But anyways, I'm done with
Yeah.
Facebook now, so I can actually look at the camera.
But well, the thing that I was gonna say about uh
Yeah,
as
you got
far
the
as
again.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, you threw me off. I knew exactly what I was gonna say, and now I'm just like,
I got something that's good, Krystal. Ask Huff here what happened when he tried to teach my son how to wrestle.
oh yeah, let's throw that in there.
He ended up getting thrown up over his shoulder.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, we'll get into something else. Krystal, me and you touched on it last time. We got Huff here this time. How would you grade the anime con you went to?
I would say it was a 10 out of 10, pretty much. I really liked it. Well, this was our third year that we actually have been, so that tells you right there. And the first year we went, we fell in love with it because it was so nice. And then we came back a second year, and then this was our third year, and it just is not changed. It's still really great. Still really good atmosphere to be in. Everybody is really nice and respectful, and you get cosplayers who are really gracious and really nice to you. When you take their picture, they'll they treat you with respect, and there's like a mutual thing there. Nobody's trying to be lewd or anything like that. Everybody's just trying to have a good time. There's no drinking or anything like that, which I personally really don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. But Dragon Con is really out of control.
Well, yeah, that's what and I'm glad you said that because that was going to be my next question for you. I know this seems like I'm interviewing you here, but you've been to the bigger cons and then you've been to some smaller ones. Which ones do you prefer? Do you prefer the bigger or do you prefer the smaller ones?
I honestly prefer the smaller ones, I guess I'd say. But I guess it would really depend on the con itself. Now, I'm not saying Dragon Con is bad. Dragon Con is just really out of control. There's not a lot of space for people to walk around in. It's very crowded. There are lots of people who are drinking irresponsibly and doing stupid stuff that they should not be doing in the hotel. And I think that is just not even, I don't think it's acceptable. I don't think it's appropriate behavior. And you got more episodes of people being like rude and like lewd to cosplayers. They want to touch them where they shouldn't touch them.
Yeah.
They want to do stuff they should not do. Things like that. Now, smaller cons are a lot better to go to if you're somebody who's just starting out in the cosplay community.
Yeah.
And or if you don't like big crowds and you want to start out in the cosplay community, start with a small con because you can get the idea of what it's like to be around a lot of people, but you're not around a colossal amount of people like you are at Dragon Con.
Yeah. I've never been to a bigger one. I've been to Chattacon, and I enjoyed it because it, walking around there, it was almost like the people that was dressed up would stop you if they saw you taking pictures and would want to take one, and it seemed really cool. And I've never been to a bigger one, so I can't really speak for what they're like. But the one you went to is, I don't know, try to think of how to put this tactfully. I don't think there is a way. To me, you got two different cosplayers. You have the people who dress up, and then you have the really beautiful people who put on a low-cut Batman or Superman shirt and some short shorts and walk around. Is the smaller cons bad about that?
This one in particular is not. Actually, the biggest thing I love about this particular con is that it is exclusive to every type of body. They're very body positive, very like, embracive of different cosplayers of every shape and every size. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, how fat you are, how thin you are. It doesn't matter. They don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna judge you. Nobody's gonna look at you and say, well, you shouldn't be wearing that cosplay because you're too fat. Nobody does stuff like that, and that's what I love about it, because especially somebody like me who's like body conscious. I feel like I'm welcome there. People embrace it, and they're really nice to you, and nobody says anything bad. Everyone's always positive, and that's what I love about it.
Well, I guess the point I was trying to make is when I went to Chattacon, there was a group of people dressed up like stormtroopers, and there was this one rather attractive lady, but her stormtrooper outfit was literally Daisy Dukes. It was almost like a bikini thong made out of plastic, low cut shirt that just, or not shirt, but top that just barely covered her chest, and no helmet. And that was it. And she was griping because people was catcalling her. You know, and yes, people should bite their tongues, but at some point, what is cosplay and what is attention grabbing, I guess. You know, but, to each their own. As long as they're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Most of the people at the Yamacon that I attended just go to have fun. We're not.
Oh yeah, that Chattacon was great. That one, she was complaining a little bit, but other than that, we had fun. They had like a remote control R2D2. They was running around. There was a bunch of artists there. It was really cool. Huff, you ever been to a con?
I haven't, but I've always kind of wanted to go to one. But
I thought you was gonna say
the
you
one
wanted to dress up.
no, like the latest one. I don't know what it's called, but there's one I guess getting ready to be in Knoxville, and Sting is supposed to be there, and so that'd be cool, to go see him. But
If you want to see wrestlers and stuff, really, cons ain't the place to go. Usually, like car shows and stuff, that's where a lot of them show up.
Well, the only reason I brought that one up is because of Sting, of course. But
Yeah, huge.
And I saw it on Facebook. So, but as far as like the whole wrestling thing goes, not a whole lot of people probably watch it, but Impact Wrestling Thursday is supposed to be total nonstop deletion. So it's going to be from Matt and Jeff's like property.
It's the compound, is what they call it.
The compound. So it's gonna be from there, and
Did
it's
you see
the whole
where Bray
show.
Wyatt actually replied to him?
Bray Wyatt, apparently him and Bray Wyatt are doing a little Twitter thing. But
yeah, they went back and forth, and Bray Wyatt basically he put down. He talks like he's some sort of king, and I can't remember exactly how Matt Hardy put it, but basically invited the Wyatts to fight there. And Bray Wyatt replied back, "If you want us, you know where to find us," talking about WWE.
Yeah, and then he also invited Goldberg apparently to come to the compound.
That's it. He can come down the ramp on his walker and then put it down.
Yeah, and then that's all as far as wrestling goes. I think it's going to be a pretty good little show to watch. I'm going to watch it definitely. But as far as music goes, today I found out that, and it's just kind of random, I guess, but Joey Jordison has the drummer of Slipknot. Well, used to be the drummer of Slipknot. He's got a new band. It starts with a V. I can't remember the name. But
you give me a hard time by having to yell at my son about the name of something, then you forget it.
But they sound okay, I guess. I haven't really listened to them that much because I just found them today. But I haven't really plugged the headphones in to really hear what the sound sounds like. But I just kind of heard it through my phone speakers and everything, and those kind of suck. So, but as far as that goes, I mean, That's all I've got as far as the music and wrestling goes.
All right, I got something for y'all. We're going to do an age test here, and I got a feeling I know who's going to guess this and who's not going to. What is that?
That's Bob Barker, or looks like Bob Barker.
What's it from? What kind of card is it?
The Garbage Kids, the Garbage
Yes.
Pail.
Yes. I was actually looking for Christmas gifts for my kids the other day, and I run across like 3 or 4 packs of Garbage Pail Kids, so I had to buy them. Huff, you're
I
probably
remember-
too young, but I used to
Those.
collect these when I was a kid all the time.
Never,
Matter of fact, I got them
never
stuck
collected
everywhere.
them, but I knew about them. I collected Pokemon cards.
Once again, my age is showing, folks. Pokemon was already, well, it wasn't already. It got started after I cared, I guess, is the way to put it. But we did
Pokemon-
trick a buddy of mine's brother-in-law into believing that it was created in a Jamaican prison.
I didn't care about the cards like when I was
You
growing
just wanted to
up.
watch
Like,
the cartoon?
no, the cards to me were stupid. I would rather just watch the show, and then they had the movie that came out in theaters, and that I went and watched it.
You do
That
realize
cool.
it was a game you could play. It wasn't just like baseball cards, right?
I know, but I didn't care about the cards. Like, I thought that was stupid. But
My
as
cartoon
far
was
as
like Inspector
and
Gadget
then you
every
had
morning.
Digimon. I don't know if you remember Digimon or not. They had a movie come out in theaters. I went and watched it. I think my
Weird.
grandparents took me to see that, but that was a long time ago. So
My
know.
grandparents wouldn't take me to see anything in the movie theaters. That was the work of the devil.
I still remember. I still remember the Digimon movie, and it was weird.
yeah,
My kids was into the little kid with the hair like a star, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh too.
Yeah, that's
The
pretty bad.
Original Yu-Gi-Oh.
Or not.
Like-
That's not bad. Let me rephrase that. The show my kids watch is the ones y'all remember. But
yeah.
here, let's see if we can pan the camera up. Y'all like my little bar of hanging stuffed animals?
That's great.
Had to put them up
That's
because the
good.
dog kept grabbing them and taking them outside and trying to chew them up.
I was into for a little while. I got into y'all remember Beyblade?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For some reason I was into that. I was like, that was the coolest crap in the world. I don't know.
Didn't
To
they
me,
sell
but-
the stuff you could buy, like the little arena?
Yeah, I had several of them. I used to try to battle people, and I lost every time. But
I'm just picturing you like walking down the road in like a little beanie. Who wants the Beyblade?
yeah, oh god,
Oh,
I never thought the collectibles were that cool, but the show was okay. Like I had cousins that played it, and I just thought it was really stupid.
it wasn't
was
like,
like-
a pull
It's
cord
basically
or something.
it's basically like playing with dreidels, but with like weird characters. And I was just like, this is stupid. Why do you like this?
And that's all
I
it
don't
was.
know.
It was just a rip off of Dreidels. They threw some Digimon on them and they went with it.
yeah, pretty much.
I just never got in. But I guess people probably say the same thing about me and my Sailor Moon obsession and everything else that I like.
I
so.
actually went back the other day when I was stuck in the X bunker. BJ knows what I'm talking about. But I went back and started watching like old Toonami stuff like that I used to watch when I was a kid. I went back and started watching Beast Wars, and
Oh,
then
Beast Wars.
I could
Yeah.
never get into Beast Wars.
then I started watching Reboot for a
Oh,
little
man.
bit.
That was supposed
Is
to like reboot, but they never did.
Yeah, and then I watched it was Johnny Quest, but it was the new version of it. What
Yeah,
was it called?
it was I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, the updated graphics. I like that one too.
Yeah, that one was cool. And then I tried to look up, and they wanted me to pay for it to watch the episode.
How dare they want money for what they created? Go ahead.
But it was y'all know what a Freakazoid is, don't you?
Yes.
Mhm. I remember
I
freaking
went
out.
back to look. I went back to try to watch all of that, and YouTube wanted me to pay for it. So I was like, no, I'll just.
It's
So I
probably
just
on
watched like
red.
little bit. I watched little bits and pieces from episodes that they little 5-minute versions they had, but
Yeah.
I'll give you a website later where you can find it with no problems.
okay. 'Cause
And speaking of Krystal Sailor Moon earlier, Jennifer Dawson,
I used to watch that.
the girl that won our contest and got the nerd box that we sent off to her. Anyways, have you seen? I went to her page after she won it so I could message her, and it made me look because her profile, or not profile, background picture on Facebook was like, I guess it was her and some other ladies that was dressed up in Sailor Moon outfits, but they had Deadpool mask on, and I can't
Oh
remember the
yeah,
name of what they called themselves, the Dead Moons, or
moons.
I'm sorry if I'm butchering y'all's name if you're watching Miss Dawson, but they somehow mixed Deadpool and Sailor Moon together and made the name, and I thought that was really cool looking because they matched the color of the mask with the color of the outfits, and everything looked really good.
That's cool.
And that's a connection a lot of people wouldn't think to make. So they, give them kudos for being creative on that. Who's going to think to mix Deadpool with Sailor Moon?
Yeah, that's cool.
But
Another thing on the music side that I don't know if or BJ, are you a Five Finger Death Punch fan?
so.
So
I listen to a little
apparently,
bit of
dude had
everything and some of nothing.
apparently dude had some kind of meltdown or something on stage. So
Surely not.
The guy from All That Remains, or the singer for All That Remains, apparently is the singer until Ivan gets better. But apparently he was on stage and said something along the lines of his mother was passing away, but he decided to be there on stage instead. Like apparently he was drunk, and I don't know. There's this whole big thing going on with them right now
You
about
mean to
how
tell me that a rock star was drunk on stage and had a meltdown? I just don't know if I can believe that type of stuff.
Me
no,
either.
never. But I'm saying like apparently like that's a whole big thing in the rock world right now, but I don't know.
No, I
But
mean
the
I
guy,
listen to music,
but
but
the All That
I'm not a big as
Remains,
fan of it as like you and my wife is.
but the thing with All That Remains guy that's taking over for him until he gets better is to me the dude sucks. Like
Just tell us how you feel, Huff.
I'm telling you,
Oh, I was being sarcastic. I'm sorry.
he he
Wasn't aware we was talking to Sheldon here, Mister. I can't tell emotions.
but I'm just saying like he can't hit the notes really. I mean like it's just kind of like why would you do that? But whatever. It's not my place to say.
That's it.
But
Been having an idea. Figure I'd toss it out here to y'all. It ain't much, and it ain't got to be no time soon. Just whenever everybody can get it. Been thinking about all of us getting like the Uno game because we can all get on there and chat, live stream it, and that may be something we can look at doing. Because I want to see about us getting some games that's cheap or free for us all to get on and stream since we all have fours.
Sure.
If we can ever actually get Huff to get online. Which, by the way, Huff, I am now owning your guy on WWE. For the longest
yeah, I
time,
know
I had trouble
you
beating
showed me.
him. But now it is just, I'm walking through them like they're nothing.
Well, that's fantastic.
I'm now the
I got
tag
one
champion for 190 days. I'm coming up on the 365 days I need. For everybody that watches, if you will go to the main roster, become the tag champions, and then go to NXT and go for their title, you will not have to defend your tag titles, but it will still let you keep them.
Well, I just got back on it like yesterday for a little bit.
Please tell me you had to
And
fight my character.
your character showed up on
When you
on
do,
my
he
game
is a
too.
level 92. His strength is maxed out. His speed is maxed out. He does the F5 and the gore. And he
Well,
will kill
my
you.
stuff, I'm still working on it because I don't get on my PlayStation that much. The only time I get on it is if I'm watching the WWE Network or something. But and plus, after coming over to your place the other day, to me it's not as fun when I'm having to sit there by myself and play that game. Like
Yeah, because coming over here and getting
it's
owned by me was so awesome.
well, I mean, I'm just
That's what's
saying.
sad. You come to my house, I beat you at your own game, and then my son throws you over his shoulder like a trophy, and I have to tell him to put you down. And he's only 14.
I
How
hate
does
you
that
right
make
now.
you feel? We'll go old Dr.
Right
Phil
now,
for
I
a
hate
second.
you.
Oh,
If
it
we
was
were on
great.
the Dr. Phil show, I would hate you. I'd be like,
Uh,
Dr. Phil, I hate this man. What do I need to do about it?
Krystal, it was great. He like locked up with my son. He's like, I'm going to show you something. Next thing I know, I hear Huff screaming, "Put me down!" And Ethan's just got him over his shoulder like that. I'm like, son, put him down. So
I was like, whoa, whoa,
your exact
stop.
words was, "Put me down. What are you doing? What are you feeding this boy?"
That's what it was.
Oh, so that was rather funny. Excuse me. We should be getting back into the swing of doing shows pretty regular. My school don't start back up until January. If any of y'all want to do a show one night, feel free to send me a message and we'll put one together. I ain't gotta be the one to do it.
Okay.
I want to try to do at least one a week. If we do 5 a week, that's fine with me. And for anybody that is watching or watches this in the future, Miss Krystal up here does do artwork and she does do commissions. So if anybody has something they want drawn, feel free to let her know. You can send us a message over our Facebook page, and she will surely get it. Uh-oh, she's reaching for something.
Here
we go.
I got some of the art from the previous videos over here.
I need to commission a work that would be like mine and Huff's love child, what it would look like. It's like a fat kid with a really pointy nose or something.
I've got a recommendation for Krystal to draw the Green Ranger. That's what I want to see.
Why don't she just make a blank copy of a Ranger, and then we'll scan it, and you can just color in whatever color you want?
Well,
I mean, because what's the difference? What is the difference?
I mean, if you want it with the helmet, they all pretty much look the same. But I mean, if you want his actual face, I can do that. Like if you
or
want,
you could
like a
just get her to draw Voltron. You know what the Power Rangers ripped off.
I can draw Voltron.
Voltron's cool too.
I mean, it should. It's what they, the Power Rangers ripped off.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying.
First time.
Well, no.
I'm just picking Huff because he's a huge Power Ranger mark. But the Green Ranger's like the worst one. He's horrible.
Do what?
What? Like the Purple Ranger was better than him.
Whatever.
The fluorescent green one was awesome. But the fuchsia one, he was it.
Who?
The fuchsia one was always a female.
Oh, I'm just throwing out colors. I mean.
Anyways, yeah.
I can do a portrait of the actor from the Green Ranger.
What's that?
I can do the portrait of the actor for the Green Ranger, but you'd have to tell me which. You'd have to tell me which chronologization it's from, because there are like so many different Green Rangers and so many different Power Ranger series.
I mean, like from the original Green Ranger, the only one that matters.
Okay.
So,
for the Krystal, let me know how much it costs, and if you will like draw the Green Ranger getting killed by like the pink one, I'll pay for it and we'll send it to Huff.
I hate you. Anyways,
Or no, better yet, I want the Green Ranger being killed by like Alf or somebody, one of the Smurfs, just something so random, like Papa Smurf just up there pounding down on the Green Ranger.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know that man is like a 7th degree black belt in like 3 different martial arts. So I doubt that's gonna happen.
If Papa Smurf comes out of nowhere, he's going to take him. I mean, he's going to make some kind of little potion and he's going to Smurf his face. I mean, but we're still debating characters that are not real fighting.
I like the Black Ranger.
Huff is, I mean, every time he comes over here, he's like, have you seen the new Green Ranger video? I'm like, no, dude, I have this thing called A Life of Kids, which I shouldn't say that being a geek.
Actually, Huff, since you're talking about Power Rangers, they had like almost all of the people from the original Power Rangers at Yamacon. They had like some of the villains, and they had the Black Ranger, and I think they had the yellow one, and I don't know if they had the green one or not, but I know they had a lot of the.
Did they have the blue one? You could mix them together and make the green one.
The blue one turns out he's gay, apparently. So,
and that matters how.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was the one that like killed the people on the yacht? It was one of the Red Rangers. They was trying to sell a yacht. He went out and then ended up killing the older couple.
I don't know.
And then there was another Ranger that stabbed his roommate, which I think he ended up getting found innocent for self-defense.
Oh, that was the Red Ranger from Wild Force, whatever the. Yeah,
You're right, man. This is an awesome show because like only half the people went on to kill somebody. I mean, yeah, you're right. You know, the violence is in video games. It has nothing to do with the Power Rangers running around killing folks. Oh, mental note: if Power Ranger ever knocks at door, answer with gun.
I will say, whenever the Power Rangers Zeo came out, before they made the original Red Ranger, the Gold Ranger, I wanted Billy, the old Blue Ranger, to be the Gold Ranger. I thought that would have been cool, but then they went a whole different direction with that. But
I'm going to have to dress up as like the Green Ranger one day and just see how fast Huff runs to my door. Is that you?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, God.
He's on my arm like a trophy. I got to touch the Green Ranger. But no, the Green Ranger that you like, he is like a MMA fighter or something, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he hasn't done anything like since
he
like
got his
2010, I think. But like, he did about 4 fights, I guess. But which is really crazy to me. Like,
did he get beat by the Teal Ranger?
Do what?
Did he get beat by the Teal Ranger or the Light Blue Ranger?
No, he won. He won all of his fights because he fought a bunch of nobodies and whooped their rear end.
Did one of them at least look like the Green Voltron guy? Little short dude with glasses?
No. But
think about that. Your hero is based off of somebody in a cartoon that was maybe what, 4'8", Krystal? Maybe 5 foot tall. You know, was a cool kid, very smart, but still, they went from that to, you know, the whole hoya stuff. You know, and they always have to fight them. Why do they have to fight them? Why can't they just go straight to whatever and just end it?
I don't know. But
you know, it's like Voltron. They always had to have the idea, let's separate and fight them. Oh, it don't work. Let's join back together. Why do it to begin with? Oh, Krystal, you got anything else?
Speaking of Voltron, though, there is a thing on YouTube.
Don't talk trash about Voltron.
Huh? It's Voltron versus the Megazord. And Xavier Woods from the New Day in WWE is the Black Ranger. It's quite hilarious, actually.
The only thing I watch is that his verses on YouTube is epic rap battles.
Those are fun to watch too.
My favorite has got to be Hitler and Darth Vader because in every one, Darth Vader just owns Hitler.
They have one now.
The guy that played, that did Mike Myers' version of, trying to think what it is. Yeah, baby. You know.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. That's my favorite one.
One of the better ones is actually Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney. And like it breaks down to where they just start calling each other names, and then all of a sudden Eagle just like drops Abraham Lincoln and he just slaps both of them and flies away.
There's a new, I'm not sure if it's new because I didn't go and watch it. I wish I would have had now. But I think it's Wayne Gretzky versus Tony Hawk. Epic rap battles.
I have checked that one out.
And when I saw it at first, like I said, I didn't click on it or anything, but as soon as I saw it, I started laughing. Like I was like, that's got to be a great one.
Some of the ones that you don't think would be big are some of the better ones, like Bob Ross versus Picasso.
Yeah.
That one is great. Krystal, you still with us? Uh-oh. I think we lost Krystal.
I think she froze.
It's about time for me to end this anyways. We'll see if she comes back. Baby Huff, you got anything else?
No, I think I'm going to end it on the Wayne Gretzky versus Tony Hawk.
That's it. All right, guys. Krystal's no longer with us. We had some technical issue. She does do commission artwork. Get a hold of us over Facebook/Geekery Goons. For Baby Huff, I'm BJ, a.k.a. Brock F. and Sampson, and we are out of here.